Hey, this is Terry. It's been a while. I've had some technical difficulties, but I'm back. We're talking about Jehovah Jireh today, and I'm doing something a little differently, so let me know how you like it. We've been looking at who is God. Today, let's take a look at a different name for God. It's given in the Old Testament of the Bible, and it's very relevant in our lives today. Jehovah Jireh, the Lord will provide, comes from Genesis 22, verses 8 through 14. So grab your Bible and go to the very first book of the Bible, Genesis. And as I said, it's chapter 22, and go to verse 8. That's where we'll start. In context, Abraham uses it, Jehovah Jireh, when he's taking his only son Isaac, the son that he thought he would never have. Abraham was 100 years old when his wife Elizabeth gave birth to his one and only son Isaac. Wow. Can you imagine then that Abe doted on Isaac? I mean, it's his only son. When he's 100 years old, that's when his wife gave birth. He probably poured himself into his son to the point that maybe Isaac appeared to come before God. The Bible doesn't say that, but all we know is that God tells Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac, and Abraham loves and trusts God enough that he obeys. Think about your love for God. Just take a deep breath, a couple deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, nice and easy for a couple minutes. And then concentrate on your love for God. Now think about the people in your life. A significant other, a son, a daughter, a parent, brother or sister. Think about some activities that you really, really like. Imagine if God's voice audibly spoke to you, maybe tonight before you close your eyes to go to sleep, and you literally hear God's voice telling you to trust Him. He tells you that one of these people or activities that you love so much has to go. That you have to cut this person or this activity out of your life permanently. I mean, hearing from God audibly is enough to make me want to do what He says, but that would be a pretty tough request. Abraham's response when was to obey immediately, but his response when Isaac questions him is to tell him, God will provide, Jehovah Jireh. Abraham trusts God based on two things. He knows that God is love and that God is his provider. He trusts that his loving God, who promised to make him a great nation, he knows that that same God has him and his child in the palm of his hand. That same God, Abraham's God, is your loving God too. And that same God has carved you in the palm of his hand. He's your Jehovah Jireh. He's your provider. So every day when you wake up, acknowledge God's love and claim him as Jehovah Jireh, your provider. With God as your provider, your every need will be met. When anxiety, doubt, fear, or worry assault you, how will I make rent this month? I don't know if I can put gas in my tank this week. Submit those worries to Jehovah Jireh and trust him. You'll be amazed at how the Lord answers you when you trust in him instead of worrying.